community. Save our Sure Start, the heart of our community. Save our Sure Start, the heart of our community. Save our Sure Start, the heart of our community. Save our Sure Start, the heart of our community. Save our Sure Start, our Sure Start.
We are here to save all our Sure Start buildings. It's really, really important for our children and our future. We need our children to go there, somewhere where they feel safe. All the staff, they're all dedicated members of staff, and the government are trying to cut them and get rid of them all when they're all I feel all alone. Good. Shut the lady. Hey. That's great. Look at me. Why are you here today?
Basically, it's to stop all the cuts and to defend my children. At the end of the day, the children are our future, and if they're taking away what belongs to them, then, you know, what are we going to do and what are they going to do? It's best to get the kids off the streets rather than putting them on the streets. And to me personally, education is the most important thing, and again, the children are our future. And I just want to stop the government. No, they need to realise that it's not just us that's doing this, it's that we're actually doing it for our children at the end of the day, and they are important. So please save us, save us.
Still.
Save our Sure Start, the heart of our community. Save our Sure Start, the heart of our community. Save our Sure Start, the heart of our community. Save our Sure Start.
This is the start really of the campaign, certainly in Manchester and North West, to save the Sure Start centres. The 93, unfortunately, that's been earmarked for closure unless something drastic is done. We do have a lot of politicians here today, locally politicians, council and members of Parliament. We do hope as well that they can at the very least commit that any Sure Start centre what does sort of leave for the offices of Manchester is funded and funded correctly to ensure that all the services remain in Manchester.
I'm a councillor in Manchester, exec member for Children's Services, and I want to stand up with parents who want to defend Sure Start, because obviously it's a vital service, a facility brought in by the last Labour government and supported very much by the Labour Council, and a benefit to all families of young children. So we don't want to see that lost. Manchester Council are not going to be closing Sure Start centres, but we will have to make changes about how they're delivered. But we want to do our utmost to defend a vital service for local communities.
So how do you think they're going to be able to remain open then?
Well, we hope to get alternative providers to run them. We do have some of that happening at the moment, like Bernardo's, Big Life Company, Family Action already run 4 centres, and we hope to be able to extend that to keep the centres open so that parents and families can still benefit from them.
Can you tell us why you're here today, what you think?
Well, primarily we're linking together with the Sure Starts because our adventure playground's threatened with closure along the same kind of cuts, and the children need places to play. Sure Start centres are vital for our communities. They keep families together, they keep children safe, and they've got to be fought for. It's not right for privatisation, it's something we need. It's not us being greedy, it's something we need. And these cutbacks are attacking ordinary families and ordinary people, letting the rich off the hook for the mess that they got us in. Well, they cut, we bleed.
children off them and to shut the Sure Start Centre down. It's the only thing they've got. My children go there, well, my little girl still goes there now. But I think it's just, no wonder the kids are like they are. They've got nothing at all to do. What bit they have got, they're taking off them. What are we supposed to do? All I want to do is save Winstanley. That's all I want to do, is save Winstanley Road Children's Centre. It's a fantastic place.
Okay.
This is a really brilliant day. It's a great demonstration, and actually what we've seen is mainly mums, but some dads out here making the very positive case as to why Short Start matters. And it does matter, because we know it's one of the big successes of a city like this. We know that young kids growing up in Manchester face some quite difficult challenges in life, more than they would in other areas, and Short Start's been making a difference to their lives. It's giving them that early start, that early opportunity that really does transform their lives, and we've got to make sure we keep them. That's what the message from the families was here today to me as a politician. That's the message I've got, an absolute duty to take through to David Cameron on behalf of these people, to say, don't close our Short Starts, make sure we've got the money to keep them going, not just this year, but into the long-term future. Manchester needs them. Actually, Mr Cameron, you'll find it pays dividends to the country if you keep Short Starts here in our city.
I lead the Parents Forum at Clayton Sure Start Centre. Sure Start across Manchester are obviously very concerned about the proposed cuts to the funding to essential children's services in Manchester. So we've got in touch with all Sure Start centres across the city to come together today here in Albert Square to say to Manchester City Council and ultimately to the government as well that Sure Start in Manchester is really, really important to us. It plays a vital service and we don't want to lose it, and we certainly don't want to see it privatised and taken out of the control of local parents.
It's been a really good demonstration today. Are you pleased?
Yes, I'm really pleased. We've had a much bigger turnout than I was expecting. It started off with just Clayton Sure Start Centre protesting, so to see all the different banners from all the Sure Start centres all coming together, because it's such a big issue, not only across Manchester but nationally as well, and we need to all stand together to make our voice heard, just to say that it is really important to us.
And what's the plan? What are you going to do next?
The plan next is all the Sure Start centres have got case studies, petitions, Facebook pages that people have made comments on about why Sure Start is so important to them, and that's the information that makes it very real and conveys a message of what Sure Start does in the community. We're all going to pull that information together and send it to David Cameron, Sir Richard Lees, Tony Lloyd, to ask them to rethink Sure Start. We also want to try and get a trip down to London to speak to David Cameron and just say Sure Start nationally is important. He's spoken on a number of occasions about how valued Sure Start is and how important it is in communities, so we want him to make a commitment to that and kind of secure funding for Sure Starts in all areas and not just leave it to the councils to make decisions about what they can afford or not.